Hello, friends. It's fun to be here with you as we've been making our story ornaments. So far, we have made the town of Bethlehem. We have made Mary, Joseph, the stable, baby Jesus, and now we're going to make the manger that baby Jesus was laid in. Why are we doing this? We're making one new ornament every day throughout the 12 days of Christmas. We're going to celebrate the whole season of Christmas. We travel from December 25th, Christmas Day, all the way to Epiphany, January 6th, remembering the story of Jesus and his beginnings. So let's make the manger that Jesus was laid into. Now, I have a question for you. When you've had a baby around, where does that baby sleep? In someone's arms, in a car seat sometimes, in a crib, pack and play, on a bed. Have you ever laid a baby to sleep in a dog's food dish? No? It sounds weird, right? That's what was happening here. Because Mary and Joseph were on the road, remember they had traveled all the way to Bethlehem? They didn't travel with a bassinet or a cradle for Jesus. They traveled with what they needed to change clothes and things like that. They weren't expecting for this to happen while they were on the road. They had no other place to lay Jesus except in something called a manger, which is a feeding trough, a place that the barn animals would eat. So they lined it with soft cloths and some soft straw, and they laid baby Jesus in there. Let's draw that because it's important to remember that that's where our Jesus lay to take naps at first. All right, I'm going to move these over. Now, remember, I am using these treat cookies that my husband cut for me from branches. You can get them at craft stores if you don't have that availability. You could go for a walk around your neighborhood. You could pick up some stones and draw story stones instead of story ornaments. You could use paper. Whatever you want works. You can draw with paint pens, markers, Sharpies. There's no wrong way to do this. Let's just have fun together. So a manger is a very different thing than we're used to for babies to sleep in. And I'm using my pencil to outline it because remember, I'm not an artist. I like to be able to go back and fix things when I make mistakes because I make mistakes. The manger, I'm going to draw it as if we're looking right at it. So like it's in front of me, so I'm looking right at it. I'm not looking down at it, but right at it. So it's pretty simple to do. It's basically two lines that crisscross each other, kind of like an X, but a lopsided X. I don't know if you can see that with my pencil drawings. You'll see it better in a few moments when I pull out my Sharpie. So I think I'm going to go for brown because these were made out of wood and brown is close to the color of wood. And it's one line down like this and one line down like this. It's not like a traditional X, which would cross more in the middle. I made the top a little smaller than the bottom. Now this is the feeding trough and I'm going to line it with some hay or straw. I'm going to use yellow for that because that's what color it usually is. And that's where Jesus lay, in this manger. He lay right like in there. That was his first bed. Isn't that amazing to think about that our Savior, who is everything, had such a humble beginning and lay in the feeding trough, a clean feeding trough for animals, not a crib, not a fancy bed, but a feeding trough. So that's how we drew it. I think I'm going to add a little orange to that hay. I think we need a little extra color in it. What do you think? A little extra? Just like this. Adds a little extra depth to it, see? And you can draw this however you want. It's up to you. Just remember, none of us were there, so we didn't really see it. We're imagining what this could have been. And these are tools for us to help tell the story of Jesus's beginning. I'm so glad you joined me today. I look forward to getting together with you next time when we're going to draw the next part of our story ornaments and telling the story of Jesus. I'll give you a hint. It involves something larger than a baby. All right, see you next time. Bye, friends.